Now that your sensors have been installed and cabled, it's now time to configure the sensor cell and location engine. First thing we want to do is load the map. Under Map, Load Area, and choose your area. Now we need to add a sensor cell, so under Cell, choose New. Notice that it creates a location engine cell. Now simply drag your sensors according to your quick sketch to the general area where they should be. Don't worry about getting it perfect, because once you put in the XYZ coordinates, the sensors will move to where they actually are. To set the XYZ coordinate of the sensor, simply double-click on the sensor, which opens up the properties. Here's where you will actually enter in the XYZ coordinate. If you happen to use our Survey Point Finder tool, which is described in a separate video, click the position at surveyed and choose the sensor position. We'll go ahead and repeat this for all of our sensors. The last thing we need to do is tell the system which sensor is going to be our master sensor and timing source. In the case of this example, 11A7 is going to be both the master and the timing source. So we simply double click on it to open the properties. Under flags, we need to set the master flag and the timing source flag. This will automatically cause the reboot flag to be set as well, because the sensor needs to download the appropriate files. At this point, it's a good time to pause the video and wait for your sensors to download their files. Once they completely download the files, you will see in the sensor status tab that they have a running status and have an IP address. After the sensors have finished downloading and are showing as running, we need to look at the background noise. The background noise that we're interested in is the background noise that falls in the ultra-wideband spectrum. This is because we do not want this background noise to interfere with the ultra-wideband tag signals. First thing we need to do is turn the radio power off on the cell so that the tags do not transmit. Double-click on Location Engine Cell 001 to open up the properties. On the radio tab, you will see that we're using channel 0. The RF power is currently at 255, which is the maximum. We want to set this to 0 to turn off the radio. At this point, the tags cannot hear the radio signal and will not be transmitting. Next, right-click on Location Engine Cell 0001 and choose Incident Power Plot. This shows us real-time streaming of the background noise that the sensors are picking up. The green signal is actually the background noise in the ultra-wideband spectrum. The red line is the threshold. If a tag signal falls below the threshold, it will be ignored. So what we want to do is let this run for about 1,000 readings, and then click the Set Thresholds button, which will automatically lower the red line near the background noise. Then simply hit OK. Now we can turn the radio back on, so right-click on Location Engine Cell and go into the properties. Turn the RF power back to 255, which is maximum radio power, and click OK. You are now ready to move on to the next step, in which we will calibrate the sensors.